Hi friends, welcome to TP Chennai. So thanks a lot for subscribing TP Chennai. So in my previous video I have told how to solve quantity 1, quantity 2 question. Now this time we will see another one important chapter, and that is nothing but quadratic equation, right? So what is the meaning of quadratic equation? First I will discuss what is the meaning of quadratic equation. How to solve those questions we will see later on, right? So first we will see what is the meaning of quadratic equation. So what is the meaning of quadratic equation? So anything in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is said to be quadratic equation when you have one condition, and that is nothing but a value is greater than 0. So whenever a value is greater than 0, those equations we used to call quadratic equation. And when you see here, so what is the power of x? 2. What is the power of x here? 1. So whenever maximum power is 2, those equation we used to call quadratic equation. Other than this, we used to call this equation as linear equation when the maximum power is 1. But here, since the maximum power is 2, so we used to call this equation as quadratic equation. So now you have an equation. Obviously you need to solve and find out the value of variable here. So here variable is nothing but x. So you know very well how to solve this equation. So I will write that formula which you have already studied. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, which everyone knows, I hope, right? So from this you can get the answer for all the questions, whatever quadratic equations they have given you. But when it's come to examination, we should not use this formula. Why? Because it consumes time, right? So I'll give an example here, then we will solve some important questions which were asked in previous year session, right? So for example, you are having x square plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now x square plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. So when you see the coefficient of x square, what is the coefficient of x square? 1. Right? When you compare this one with the general equation, coefficient of x square is nothing but 1. And what is the coefficient of x? 7. Right? So one way is nothing but by using formula method you can get the answer. Second way also you know very well, and that is nothing but factorize this number. So I can write this one as x square plus 3x plus 4x plus 12 is equal to 0. So from these two, which part is common? X is common. So x into x plus 3. So whatever you wrote here, blindly you need to write here also. So I am writing x plus 3. Now from these two, which part is common? Plus 4 is common, is equal to 0. So I can directly say that x plus 4 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. So I can say that x plus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 4. Similarly, I can say that x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus 3. So this is also second way by which you can get the answer, right? So when you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps are there, right? Again, whenever it comes to examination, we need to avoid those things and all. So this is formula method where you can get the answer for all the quadratic equation, and this is nothing but factorization method which we need to avoid, right? So in examination, how we have to find, right? So for that, so it is nothing but triangle method. So I wrote triangle like this. So multiply coefficient of x square with the constant value. So when you multiply coefficient of x square is nothing but plus 1, and what is the constant value? Plus 12. So plus 12 into plus 1 is nothing but plus 12. Write it down here. Then what is the coefficient of x? Plus 7. Write it down here. Now you need to find out two numbers. When you add those two numbers, you should get plus 7. When you multiply those two numbers, you should get plus 12. So for that, table is very, very important. So anyway, numbers are nothing but 3 and 4. Numbers are nothing but 3 and 4. So write 3 and 4 as it is. Then you have to change the sign in both the sides. So plus 3 will become minus 3 and plus 4 will become minus 4. Then you have to divide both the side by the coefficient of x square. So what is the coefficient of x square? Plus 1. So by 1. So my final answer is nothing but minus 3 and minus 4. This is how, when it comes to examination, we have to solve, right? Now in examination, how the questions will come. So one equation will be in terms of x and second equation will be in terms of y. So while solving the problem, I will tell you how to solve by this method, then what are the options you are having. So now, so this question they have asked last year in SBI clerical question. There they ask 5 quadratic equation. So I will write the option also here. So options are like this. You know very well, it is x is greater than or equal to y. Second option is nothing but x is less than or equal to y. Third option is x is greater than y. Fourth option is nothing but x is less than y. And fifth option is nothing but x is equal to y or C and D. This will be your option when it comes to examination, right? So one equation they ask in terms of x, second equation they ask in terms of y. So in both the cases we need to calculate the value of variable. So here x is the variable, here y is the variable. Now when you see first equation, so x minus 2 whole square is equal to 9. So when you see here, what is the power? Power is nothing but 2. Whenever you are having even power, always remember you will be getting 2 roots based upon the question. So when I am solving first equation, so x minus 2 square is equal to 9. So x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 3. Plus or minus 3. How? Taking the square root in both the sides. So x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 3. So we need to consider one positive value, one negative value. So when you consider positive value, so x minus 2 is equal to 3. X is equal to how much? 5. When you consider x minus 2 is equal to minus 3, so x is nothing but how much? Minus 1. So for the first equation, my equation is nothing but, my answer is nothing but 5 and minus 1. Right? Now come to second equation. 2y square, 2y plus 8 whole square is equal to 16. Again, when you see the power here, power is nothing but 2. So you will be getting 2 roots here. So I am writing here 2y plus 8 is equal to plus or minus 4. So same thing, plus or minus 4 is there. So 2y plus 8 is equal to 4. So 2y is equal to minus 4. Y is equal to minus 2. When you consider minus 4 here, so 2y plus 8 is equal to minus 4. So 2y is equal to minus 12. Y is equal to minus 6. So for y, I got answer as minus 12, minus 6, minus 2, minus 6. Now what we have to do? Each and every value of x we have to compare with each and every value of y. So when you compare plus 5 with minus 2, which is greater? You will say x is greater. Again, when you compare plus 5 with minus 6, which is greater? Again, x is greater. When you compare minus 1 and minus 2, which is greater? Again, x is greater. When you compare minus 1 with minus 6, which is greater? Again, x is greater. Nowhere equal to sign is there. In all the cases, x is greater. So my answer is x is greater than y. So which option I have to click? Third option, x is greater than y. So first question we have seen. Now second question. So what they have given you, x square minus 16x plus 64 is equal to 0, y square minus 16y plus 63 is equal to 0. So again same thing. So I am using triangle method for the first case. So coefficient of x square is nothing but plus 1 and constant value is nothing but plus 64. So plus 64 into plus 1 is nothing but plus 64. I am writing here. Coefficient of x is nothing but minus 16. So what is 8 8s are 64 and minus 8 plus minus 8 is nothing but minus 16. So minus 8 and minus 8. These are the two numbers. When you add these two numbers, you should get minus 16. When you multiply, you should be getting plus 64, right? Now, what we have to do? We need to change the sign in both the sides. So this will become plus 8. This will become plus 8. Now, what is the coefficient of x square? 1. So by 1, if you write also, it won't create any impact. So my answer is nothing but 8 and 8. My answer is nothing but 8 and 8. Now second equation. So again I am writing here second equation. So coefficient is nothing but plus 63 and then y square coefficient is nothing but 1. So my answer is nothing but plus 63. What is the coefficient of y? Minus 16. So again here what can be the number? It is nothing but minus 9, minus 7. Minus 9, minus 7. You can do like factorize this number also. 63 is nothing but 9 into 7, or else directly if you know the table also you can do. Now change the sign in both the sides. So this will become plus 9, this will become 7, right? So coefficient is nothing but 1. Now we have to compare. So when compare 8 and 9, which is greater? Y is greater. When you compare 8 and 7, which is greater? X is greater. So here itself we have to stop the process. Why? In one case y is greater, in one case x is greater. So what is my answer? C and D. Relationship can't be established. So I need to go with fifth option. So hope you are clear with first two sum. So this is the third question which they have asked in examination. So again it's a something different question. Instead of giving the question in a straight manner, they have split this equation like this, right? So no need to worry here. So when you see the first equation, so again I'm writing here 25 by x square minus 15 by x plus 2 is equal to 0, right? So what is the LCM of x and x square? So it is nothing but x square. So I am writing here x square. So we need to multiply this x square with each and every term. So it will become 25. This will become 15x and this will become plus 2x square, right? Is equal to 0. So when x square will go there, it will become 0. I will be getting 2x square minus 15x plus 25 is equal to 0. Now as usual we need to find out triangle here, right? So when you multiply with constant value is plus 25, coefficient of x square is nothing but plus 2 into plus 25 is nothing but plus 50. I'm writing here, and there it is nothing but minus 15. Now what can be the two number? So factorization method is also there, but I hope you know the table. So directly you can say it is nothing but minus 10 and minus 5. Minus 10 and minus 5. When you add these two values, it will be minus 15. When you multiply, you will be getting plus 50, right? Change the sign, so it will become 10 and this will become 5. And what is the coefficient of x square? Plus 2. So divide this one by 2. So my answer is nothing but 5 and 2.5. For x, my answer is nothing but 5 and 2.5. Now second equation. So when you see here second equation, so I am transposing this here, 14y square plus 1 minus 13 by y is equal to 0. So again, what is the LCM here? Y square. So it will be getting 40 plus y square minus 13y is equal to 0. Y square will go there, so you will be getting y square minus 13y plus 40 is equal to 0. Again, triangle method I am writing here, so it will be plus 40, this is nothing but minus 13. What is the table of 8 or 5? So minus 8 and minus 5 is nothing but minus 13, minus 8 into minus 5 is nothing but plus 40. So my answer is nothing but minus 8 and minus 5. Change the sign in both the side, it will become 8 and 5. So coefficient of y square is nothing but plus 1. So my answer is nothing but 8 and 5. So my answer is nothing but 8 and 5. This is my y value. Now as usual we need to compare. So when you compare 5 and 8, which is greater? Y is greater. When you compare 5 and 5, equal. 2.5 and 8, y is greater. 2.5 and 5, again y is greater. So in three cases the value of y is greater. In one case equal. So what is my answer? My answer is x is less than or equal to y. So which option we have to go with? Second option. So hope you are clear with first three problem. Now this is the fourth question. Again it is similar to your third problem, right? So same thing for the first case. So again, what is the value here? X square is common, so it will become 48. This will become 14x plus x square is equal to 0. So it will go there, it will become 0. So x square minus 14x plus 48 is equal to 0, right? So now again triangle method is there. Plus 48 I need to write here. Here you are having minus 14. So what can be the two number? It is nothing but minus 8 and minus 6, because minus 8 plus minus 6 is nothing but minus 8 minus 6, which is minus 14. Minus 8 into minus 6 is nothing but plus 48. Okay, so then change the sign. So plus 8 plus 6, right? Now divide with the coefficient of x square. So plus 1 is there. So my answer is for x is nothing but 8 comma 6. It is nothing but 8 comma 6. Now come to second equation, right? So I am writing here. So again you are having y square common here. So 45 plus y is equal to 2. Transpose this value there. So 2y square minus y minus 45 is equal to 0. So again, what is the coefficient of y square? Plus 2. Constant value is nothing but minus 45. Minus 45 plus 2 is nothing but minus 90. And coefficient of y is nothing but minus 1. So what can be the two number? It's a tricky question. What can be the two number? It is nothing but minus 10 and plus 9. Because minus 10 plus 9 is nothing but minus 1, and minus 10 into 9 is nothing but minus 90. So change the sign again, 10 and 9. Now when you see here, what is the coefficient of y square? Plus 2. So we need to divide here. So this will become 5 and this will become 4.5. So my answer for this one is nothing but 4 and 5.4, 5 and 4.5. Now I need to compare. When I need to compare here, so when you compare 8 and 5, which is greater? X is greater. 8 and 4.5, which is greater? X is greater. 6 and 5, x is greater. 6 and 4.5, again x is greater. So in all the cases x value is greater and nowhere equal to symbol is there. So which answer I need to go with? X is greater than y. And which option I have to go? Third option. My answer is third option. So we have seen all the 4 questions of quadratic equation. I hope you liked all the things and all. Now this question is nothing but comes under data sufficiency. So first let me tell you what is the meaning of data sufficiency. So data sufficiency is nothing but they will give you one question followed by minimum 2 statement will be there. You need to check, can you able to get the answer from the first statement, or can you able to get the answer from the second statement, or you get the answer by combining both the statement, or you can't able to get the answer by combining both the statement. So based upon those questions you will be getting one option, right? But when you see here, so they have asked one question. For example, what is the distance between A and B? So they have asked one question to you followed by 3 statements they have given you, right? So when you see here 3 statement, first statement what they have given you, 2 persons Amit and Abhi started simultaneously from A to B with their speed of 4:5. So they have given the ratio of 2 persons Abhi and Amit, which is nothing but 4:5. Second, Abhi reached B 1 hour earlier than Amit. So here when you read this line, what you have understand in this line, so here they have given speed ratio to you, here they have given you time difference, right? So here they have given you time difference. And third one, when you see here, they have given the difference of speed of both Amit and Abhi, which is nothing but 20 kilometer, right? So this is nothing but data sufficiency only, right? So we are not supposed to calculate, just we have to check what are the statements from the option we required here, right? So when you see this question here, right, so first statement they have given speed ratio, and third statement they have given speed difference, right? So when you relate these two things, right, you will be getting speed and time difference is nothing but 1 hour, and what they are asking, distance. So orally also we can solve this question. How? When you see here, so speed ratio from the first statement, they have given you 4:5. In the third statement, they have given the speed difference, which is nothing but 20 km/h. So what is the difference in time speed here? So you say one part is nothing but 20, which they have given you. So one part is 20, 4 part is 80, 5 part is 100, right? So, and which part is constant here? You will say distance is constant. Already we have seen in quantity 1, quantity 2, whenever distance is constant, speed ratio is inversely proportional to time ratio, right? So directly speed I will be getting how much? So again, 1 part is 20, 4 part is 80, 5 part is 100. So my speed ratio is nothing but 80:100. Then what about my time ratio? Time ratio is nothing but 100:80. So 24s are 25s are. So time difference is nothing but 5:4, right? So when you see the time difference here, what is the time difference here? 1 part. 1 part, and how much they have given you in the second statement? 1. So 1 part is 1. Then what is the formula of distance? Time into speed. So 1 part is nothing but how much? 1. So 5 part is nothing but how much? 5. So time is nothing but 5 into speed. So 80 × 5, what is my answer? 400 km. But remember, in data sufficiency, you are not supposed to solve. You have to check, can you able to get the answer or not, right? So this is how you need to get the answer, right? So can you tell me what can be the option? So I have used this one because ratio is given. Then I have used this one because difference is given. Then I need to use this one also because time difference is given you. When I use all the 3 statements, I will be getting the distance. So what option I have to go? All 3 is required. So my answer is 1, 2 and 3. So I hope you are clear with first problem. So second question which they have asked last year in SBI Clerical Mains was regarding a mensuration, right? It's a very important chapter, of course, formula based chapter only. So what they are asking here, what is area of a rectangle? So you know very well what is the area of a rectangle formula. It is nothing but length into breadth, right? So of course, to calculate area of rectangle, we should know length and we should know breadth. Then only we can able to calculate. So when you see the first statement here, what is the first statement they have given you? If ratio of length and breadth of a rectangle is nothing but 3:2, right? So they have given ratio to you, right? Can you able to solve this question by using first statement? Of course not, right? You can't able to solve. Second one, because ratio is given. Second one, they have given circumference of a circle is 440 meter and breadth of a rectangle is 1/7 of radius of a circle, right? So can you able to solve this question by second statement alone? Of course not, because length you should know, right? Which they have not given you. Third one, if length is 50% more than the breadth. So can you see here common part in the first and third statement? When you see the third statement here, what they have given you, length is 50% more than breadth. So first of all, what is the percentage to fraction conversion, right? You know very well 50%, what is fraction value? 1/2, right? Length is 50% more than breadth. That means if breadth is 2, what about length? It is nothing but 3. So third statement I need to start here. So I'm writing here length and breadth. Length is 50% more than breadth. So again 50% fraction value is nothing but 1/2. If breadth is 2, what about length? 3. So what is my ratio here? 3:2, right? Now when you see the third statement and when you compare with first statement, both are same only, right? Both are same. That means you need either 1 or 3 to get the answer. But when you see the second statement what they have given you, circumference of a circle is 440 meter. Now you know very well, right? So there is a trick also. Base value is nothing but 44. When base value is 44, so circumference is nothing but into 10 times. So what about radius? Radius is nothing but 7 into 10 times, which is nothing but 70, right? Or else if you don't know the trick also, what is the formula of circumference of a circle? 2 pi r. So 2 into 22/7 into r is equal to how much they have given you? 440. So 44 10 times is 440. R is nothing but how much? 70. R is nothing but 70. Then what they have given you? Breadth is nothing but 1/7 of radius of a circle, which is nothing but 70. So 1/7 into 70, which is nothing but how much? 10. So breadth is equal to 10. So from the second statement we got breadth, right? Now from the first statement we can get length also, or from the third statement also we can get the length only. So my answer is I need second statement compulsorily and either 1 or 3, because 1 and 3 both the statements are same, right? So which option I have to go with? I need to go with only second and either 1 or 2. So options are also very important. Sometimes instead of giving only, they will give you 2. You should not consider those options. Your answer is only 2 and either 1 or 3, because 1 and 3 both the statements are same. So I need to go with second option. So I hope you are clear with second problem. So this was the third question which they have asked in examination. Again, it's a very simple question. So what they have asked here, how many students failed in class 11, right? This was a question which they have asked. For that they have given you three statements. So when you see the first statement here, 400 students pass in class 11, right? So here they are talking about pass, but what they are asking here, failed. So of course from the first statement alone we can't able to get the answer, right? Second statement, what they are asking here, number of students failed in class 11 is 20% of those failed in 12. But do we know that how many students failed in class 12? No. First of all, the second statement itself is not at all required. Why? What they are asking here, how many students failed in class 11? When you see here class 11, but what they have given here, failed in class 12, which we don't need, right? So second statement is ruled out. Now third statement, ratio of appeared to failed candidate is nothing but 5:3, right? So here they are talking about appeared and failed. What is the ratio they have given you? 5:3. So when you see the third statement, I will start with third statement. So appeared to fail, what is the ratio they have given you? 5:3. So what about pass is to fail? It is nothing but 2:3. How? Appeared is 5, failed is 3, pass will be how much? 5 minus 3, which is 2. So pass is to fail is nothing but 2:3. Now third statement we have used. Now come to the first statement. First statement, what they have given you, 400 students pass in class 11, right? So 400 students pass in class 11, and this is nothing but information of class 11th only, right? So can I say 2 part is nothing but 400, because pass is nothing but 400. So 2 part is nothing but 400, and what they are asking, fail is nothing but how much? 3. 2 part is nothing but 400, 1 part is nothing but 200. So 3 part is nothing but how much? 3 into 200. So my answer is 600. Again, in data sufficiency you are not supposed to calculate the answer, right? So what are the statements you need here? Your answer is 1 and 3. Both the statement 1 and 3 are together required to answer this question. So what is my answer? 1 and 3. So I need to go with third option. So I hope you are clear with third problem. Now this is the fourth question which they have asked in examination, right? Again, it's a very tricky question, right? So you need to consider the option also, whatever they have given you, right? So what is the common question they have asked here? What is the sum of two number? They have simply asked what is the sum of two number, and it is coming under data sufficiency only, right? Remember, so first statement, the bigger number is 6 more than smaller number, right? Can you able to get the answer from the first statement alone? No. Why? Because you don't know which is your bigger number and you don't know which is a smaller number. Then they have given simply the difference of these two number, which is nothing but 6, right? So from the first statement alone we can't able to get the answer. Second statement, 40% of smaller number is equal to 30% of bigger number. Again, this is nothing but ratio only, right? Because 40% is nothing but 40 by 100 and 30% is nothing but 30 by 100, and one bigger number is given, one smaller number is given. So from this statement alone we can't able to get the answer, because this is ratio, this is difference, right? Third one, in third one what they have given you, the ratio between the half of the bigger number and 1/3 of the smaller number is nothing but 2:1. Again, this is nothing but ratio only, right? So you can say that in the first statement they have given difference to you, in second statement they have given ratio to you, in third statement also they have given ratio to you. Now can you tell that second and third is required? No, because both the things are ratio, right? We need only one ratio plus difference or addition part to get the answer, right? So what can be your answer? So here difference is given, here ratio is given, so I need this two statement, right? And again in third statement they have given ratio, so by again first statement and third statement I can able to get the answer. So which option I have to go with? This is ruled out. Only 2 and 3 is ruled out because both the things are ratio. Second one, only 1 and 2 is also ruled out because in 1 and 2 one difference is there, second ratio is there, but third also ratio is there, only word is there, so this is ruled out. Then third one, any 2 of 3 statement, no, we don't know which 2 or 3 statement is required, this is also ruled out. And fourth one, of course, all are not sufficient. No, all are not sufficient will not be the answer because difference is given, ratio is given. Now when you see the fifth statement here, this is your answer. Why? They have given only 1 and 2. So difference is given, ratio is given, from this we can able to get the answer. Then 1 and 3. So again difference is given and third statement ratio is given, from this also we can able to get the answer. So which option I have to go with? Only 1 and 3. So thanks a lot for subscribing TP Chennai.